I wish Ian would get here.
You're sure anxious to get to work.
Oh, there's just so much to do. Mom, can you believe we're leaving for Rome next week?
Oh, I know you're excited, honey.
I have to go shopping on Saturday and get some more clothes. I never have time during the week.
Oh. You're going to be away until the end of January, you said?
Yeah. Ian wants to leave Rome right after the concert.
Well, the reason I asked was that, you know, the second semester at the university starts in February. The first week in February, actually, isn't it? Well, anyway, I know that you plan to enroll.
Well, just because Dixon was hanging around tonight. I have trouble telling you what I feel about you in front of him and in front of anybody, really. I have a hard enough time telling you when we're alone. But I don't know what I'd do without you.
Dee? Dee?
Oh. Mom, I'm sorry.
You are going to enroll for the spring semester, aren't you?
I don't know.
But I thought that was settled.
I don't know if I'll be free, Mom.
You said you're only going to be away in January.
Oh, yeah, but... Well, Ian's got some plans after the concert. He's talking about going to London. He has an offer there to do some recordings with an orchestra, and then he may have to go to New York.
And he's asked you to go with him to all those places?
Not yet, but I am working for him, and if he needs me to come along, I want to be there.
But if you go, you can't start at college. That's a very important decision, honey.
Mom, what could I study that would be more interesting and exciting than what I'm doing now? Traveling, meeting interesting people, the music. Oh, Mom, I'm learning so much from Ian.
I know how you feel, honey. It's just that right now, your whole life revolves around Ian. I know it's fun and very interesting, but you've got to have a life of your own. And a job like this just doesn't give you a chance to have that.
Mama.
You're not going to go on working for him for years and years.
Oh, Mom, I think I hear the limousine. How do I look?
Lovely. You going to be home for dinner tonight, dear?
I don't know. I'll have to call. Hi.
Hi, ready?
Just about. Come on in.
Mrs. Stewart, hello.
Hello, Ian.
Sorry I'm late, but George was a little late with the car.
Oh, those limousines are so inconvenient. We're just going to have to give them up. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to. I mean, I like to drive. I just got used to working in the car. I need the time.
Dee's told us how busy you are.
Yes, I wouldn't be able to handle it without Dee.
Well, I'm ready. I'll call you about dinner, okay, Mom?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, too.
Hello, Houston. Donald! Oh, I was hoping you'd call. Yeah, we're fine. We miss you, though. Yeah. How are things going in New York? Great. When are you coming home? Listen, Donald Hughes, before anybody else comes in, I love you. I miss you. Yeah, I'm counting the days. Hurry home.
Oakdale. It looks just the same, like nothing's changed. Like I'd never gone away.
Well, so anyway, I have been meaning to stop by for some time now to thank you and David for taking such good care of Andrew while Kim was away.
Oh, David and I enjoyed having him with us so much. He's such a wonderful little boy.
Yes, he is. I think he is. I try to see him as much as I can.
Yes, Kim said that you stop by quite often.
I suppose Dee will be leaving for Rome next week.
Yes.
Yeah. Must be very excited about that trip.
Oh, yes, she is.
Ellen, listen. About this job that Ian McFarland has created for Dee. Now, I really don't know why he's done this.
Dee's working very hard. There's a great deal there for her to do.
Well, I understand that Ian McFarland is a very important man and all of that stuff. But, Ellen, I hope you know he has a manager, you know. And the manager has a staff. And there are plenty of people to take care of Ian's business for him. Well, I really don't see any need for Dee to spend that much time with him. I really don't see any need for her to make this trip to Rome with him either.
Well, Dee seems to think there's going to be a great deal for her to do over there for him.
Well, my understanding is that Ian is going to spend most of the hours of the day rehearsing with the orchestra. Now, that will only leave him the evening hours to, work with Dee. Now, Ellen, I have given him strict orders against that.
Why?
Because he needs his rest. Because he's going to be under a great deal of pressure just getting ready for that performance. And that in itself is enough strain on his heart.
I am sure that the reason that Dee's going over there is to take care of things. To lessen the pressure for him.
Well, perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Why did you? I mean, do you really think that there is something wrong with her going over there?
Frankly, yes, I do.
Well, Dee is not a child any longer. I'm just going to have to trust her judgment.
All right, all right. I just try to help. And I think I've just made you mad.
Well, I think that you're mistaken to be so concerned, John.
I hope so. Well, I've got to be going.
Goodbye, Jim.
Bye, Ellen.
Oh, hey, Annie.
Oh, hi.
Today's a big day, huh?
Yeah, I've got about 2 minutes to make my first exam.
You nervous?
It's too late to be nervous.
Yeah. Good luck, kiddo.
Thanks.
I'm glad. I thought it was going to be a lot longer.
Gosh, you'll have to take it easy for a while, but you've made good progress.
Good.
Oh, Jeff.
Oh, hi, Bob. Marcia?
Just telling Marcia we'll let her go home tomorrow.
Oh, that's good news.
Does Doug know?
No, I haven't told him. I thought you should be the first to know.
No. I have to talk to him then.
You want me to get him?
Yes, please.
If you do bring him in, can you stay? I have a meeting.
Yeah, sure.
It's all right, Bob. You don't have to be here.
You sure about that?
Yeah. I can handle it. I'm stronger now.
Good. Well, I'll see you a little later, and try to do some walking today.
I will. Thanks for the good news. Jeff, could you stay a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I guess I'm lucky. Gonna go home. Gonna be able to lead a normal life.
You are lucky, Marcia.
I've had a lot of help, too. I know that. Jeff, I really do appreciate what you and Bob and all the others have done for me.
Well, I'm glad it's worked out.
Are you?
Sure.
I've done a lot of things that I'm not very proud of, and...
Well, listen, I mean, we've all done things that we regret.
Yeah, a lot of them with encouragement from me, right?
What do you want me to say, Marcia?
Nothing. I just hope that, well, that maybe you've understood a little why I did what I did. Anyway, I hope you don't hold it against me too much. I'd like to think that we're still friends.
We are.
Well, I've had a lot of time to think about my marriage and the mess I made of it. I know I made Doug hate me. No comment? Well, I know I made him miserable. And then when he wanted to go, I just held on to him, and that just made him hate me more, and on like a vicious circle.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna let him go. He can have his divorce, and he can have Annie Stewart if she's foolish enough to want him.
Well, from what I hear, it's over between them.
That's what she told me too, but I don't believe it. He'll keep after her. Just wait and see.
Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Chris. Oh, Donald called.
Oh, is everything all right?
Everything's great. He's coming back this weekend.
Good. I wish I'd been here to talk to him, because I have some news. Very good news. I just came from the courthouse. Judge Rensler has issued an order declaring Joyce legally dead. Don is free now.
I don't believe it. We've waited so long.
You know how happy we all are that you're going to be a part of our family.
I know. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello. I would like to speak with Professor Hollister, please.
Yes, this is Professor Hollister. Lisa?
Yes. I was so afraid that I wouldn't be able to reach you because I know your vacation is over and classes are beginning again.
Well, the classes don't start until this afternoon. Are you calling me to tell me that you found my books?
Well, no, that is not why I called.
Oh, you couldn't get them?
Now, just a minute, Professor Hollister. Just remember that yesterday you came in and presented me with this list of specialized books.
Well, what's the delay?
Delay? Look, you just got here yesterday with the list.
I know. Look, may I make a suggestion? Sometimes college bookstores carry used books. You might try, for instance, the University of Chicago. They might have some...
just suggest that you just hold on for just a moment there, please. I don't tell you about how going about looking about your geology and your rocks and things like that. Now, do I? Of course I don't. So don't you go telling me about how to go tracking down a book, okay?
All right. I was just trying to help.
I will find your books for you. I have a pretty good track record so far, don't you think?
You sure do. I just thought maybe you had given up.
No.
Well, how long are you going to keep me waiting for these books?
These little things take time.
Well, that's my problem. I'm a very impatient man.
I know, I can tell that, Mr. Hollister. You really are. But this is just one thing you're going to have to be very patient about.
How patient?
We're just going to have to wait and see. Come on now, Brad. I wish you would stop this. You know, you are really rattling my confidence, and I will not take anything you say personally.
I want you to take it personally.
I shall keep you informed about the books.
All right. I guess when you want things that are rare and very hard to get a hold of, you have to be patient.
You know, from your attitude, I would suggest you really should have been a philosopher. That way you wouldn't have to fuss around with all these old books and rocks and things. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, Hughes and Coleman.
Mary, it's Nancy. I just got the news from Chris.
Oh, Nancy, thank you for calling.
I know you must feel exactly the same way I do. I'm so pleased now that you and Don can go ahead and make plans.
Well,
you're going to be very good for him.
Oh, I know we're going to be happy.
Have you talked to him?
No, I tried his hotel and he wasn't there.
What are your plans for this afternoon?
Well, I thought I'd stay here and earn my salary.
Well, I mean, after work, you silly girl. I'd love to see you.
Nancy, I was planning to pick Teddy up after school and let him play in the playground right near school.
Would you mind if I came along with you?
Of course not. I'd love to see you.
Well, shall I pick you up there at the office then? Would that be all right?
That's great. Nancy, you know, I'm very grateful to you and Chris. You've really been wonderful to me.
We think our son is very lucky. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Your cable, Bertoli?
Ian, don't do two things at one time.
I'm not.
You're working on the score and you're worrying about the trip.
I'm not worrying about the trip.
I cabled Bertoli, and I'm sure he's going to agree to all your demands.
Demands? You think I'm being unreasonable?
Oh, I didn't say that. It's just that you always like to have things done your way.
Oh. I need all the rehearsal time I can get. I can't just show up in Rome and do a performance. That new dress?
What?
The dress. Is it new?
Why?
Well, nothing. Looks very nice.
Thank you.
Happy about the trip?
Yes.
It's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be a lot of work for both of us, though.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I'm a little stiff. I've been sitting around too long.
You're tense. We've been through this before. It comes from trying to do too many things at once.
Is that where it comes from?
Mm-hmm.
I know that I've been impossible this morning. I don't know why you put up with me.
I don't know why either.
I guess it's just very hard to finish with a piece of music. I mean, to just put it down.
You want to finish it before we go to Rome, right?
Gee, I hope that trip to Rome won't be a disappointment for you.
How could Rome be a disappointment?
Well, just it'll be very, very hectic, a lot of work to do. If you think I'm impossible here, you should see me doing rehearsals.
It's a terrible thing that I have to go to Rome, Oliver. Just have to put up with it.
You have to buy a new dress for the premiere there. It's a very formal occasion. Lots of important people will be there.
I don't think they'll be paying much attention to me.
I think you'll be noticed.
How? I'm going to be running myself ragged behind stage. I have a lot of work to do. I better get back to it.
Okay. Ah, Bob, thanks for coming over.
It sounded important.
Did it, really? Not necessarily. I just thought that you'd want to take a look at this. Dana Woodward to return to the New York stage. It was in all the New York papers yesterday. See, there's a lot of excitement about it. No one's forgotten her.
You called me for this?
Ah, yes, I just thought you'd be interested in it.
You could have told me about it on the phone. I thought you had a problem.
Problems? No. No, not really. I mean, there was a slight problem with the score, but I talked to Dana. Everything seemed to be fine. It's all going very well.
Well, I'm glad.
I tell you, she didn't mention the date of the wedding. Is that still for after the premiere in London?
Yes, it is.
She's going to get a lot of offers after that performance.
We realize there may be offers.
And you think she should just turn them all down?
She'll do what she thinks is best. I don't see why we should be discussing this.
Oh, I'm sorry to ask you over, Bob. I just thought that you'd be interested in the article, that's all.
Goodbye.
There you go. I hope your daughter enjoys the book.
Thank you.
Hi. Well, Melinda, for heaven's sake, when did you get back?
I just got in this morning. Oh, I couldn't get a plane last night.
Oh, I see. Well, how's Barbara?
I don't know. Lisa, I don't know what to do. I don't understand anything.
Well, honey, is she ill?
No, she was there to see a patient, all right. But I don't know who. She wouldn't tell me.
Didn't you ask?
Yes, I did. But she didn't want to talk to me about it. She wasn't exactly thrilled to see me.
Was she in the hospital? Well, I mean, on actual Christmas Day, was she there in the hospital?
Yes. Yes, and when I was there just now, well, she was there donating blood. I don't know, I suppose it was for her friend. You know, maybe that's why she went there on Christmas.
But she didn't say who the friend was. I think that's awfully strange.
And I've been thinking about it, Lisa. Maybe I should talk to Bob.
To Bob? Why?
Well, maybe he should talk to her when she comes back. Somebody ought to. She is terribly upset.
Oh, think about that before you go to Bob, because it seems to me that maybe she would prefer not to have anyone else involved in this.
You're right, she doesn't. She told me not to discuss it with anyone.
I see. Well, she must have been grateful, though, to have you come in and at least try to be of help.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm not too sure about that.
Maybe she'll feel like opening up and talking to you about it another time. Excuse Excuse me. Wade Bookstore, hello. Yes, it is. Oh, wait just a minute. You do have that? Now, wait, let's check that out. The Trevor Vance Gems, Minerals, Crystals, and Ores? How wonderful. But how much is it? Mm-hmm. Terrific. Is it in good condition? Fine, then you just send it right on immediately, yes. No, Air Express will be fine. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling. Bye-bye. Oh, but that's the last copy of that book in the whole world.
Oh, did you say something to me, Lisa?
Oh, I just found a rare book for a rather rare customer.
Hi.
Jeff tells me you want to see me.
Yeah.
Now, shall I close the door?
Sure.
You've changed.
Sit down. We have to talk.
What is it?
I'm going to be released from the hospital tomorrow. Bob told me this morning. It makes problems for us, doesn't it?
What do you want to do?
Go back to the house. I've nowhere else to go. I'd like you to move out.
Fine.
I'm going to give you the divorce. That surprises you, doesn't it? Happily, I'm sure.
I want visiting privileges with Brian.
All right. I'm not going to make any problems for you with the property settlement or anything else. I want out now just as much as you do.
Why the sudden change?
You didn't really think I could want to live with you again, did you? It's over. I want to forget it.
I didn't try and hurt you. You were drunk and you fell.
You hated me. You wanted me hurt or worse. Don't deny it. How could you?
Marcia, you made my life hell. I wanted out, and you wouldn't let me out.
Well, that was a bad mistake. And one I've paid for. You know, for some reason, I never really thought you'd try to hurt me.
You know I never would.
I know I can't prove it. After all, you're a very respectable man.
I was. You're doing a pretty good job of changing that.
Will you just promise me? Promise me you won't try to hurt me again.
Are you out of your mind?
Look, if not for me, for Brian. He needs me. The divorce is not going to be easy for him. I want to do everything I can for him. I want to be a good mother to him. Doug, I'm not standing in your way anymore. You can marry Annie Stewart. You can do anything you want.
You don't believe this. You know better.
right over there. There's a little crossing guard right in front of school.
Oh, good safe place for him to come across. Are we very early?
No, I think we're about right. I think everything's okay. Wait till you see Teddy. He just loves playing in this playground.
I think Teddy feels very happy with Dawn.
Oh, Nancy. Don has been wonderful for him. You know, there are an awful lot of things I haven't been able to give him.
Seems to me you've done very well.
Well, I'm not very good at baseball.
Oh.
No, that's important to a little boy.
Of course it is.
Yeah, they have good times together. It's not just sports either.
Thank goodness.
Very hard on a little boy to be without a father. Somebody to model himself after, you know. It's one of the things that I worried about the most when I was alone.
Well, I know Don very much wants to be a father to Teddy.
And I am very lucky about that. I know a lot of men wouldn't be too glad to have a ready-made family.
Don couldn't be happier. He's always wanted a family.
You know, there are people who can manage on 3 hours of sleep a night. I can't do it.
That's too bad. That's a big disadvantage in med school.
Well, there are a lot of advantages I don't have. For instance, I don't have a photographic memory. Jeff, I think I could sleep for the rest of the week.
Yeah. But really, how'd it go?
I don't know. Oh, I guess it went all right.
Well, what about pharmacology?
That was tough. But you were right. We went over, he really concentrated on the general anesthetics, and there was a whole section on tricyclics. Everything that you and I went over.
Well, listen, you knew it all yesterday. There's no reason why you shouldn't today, right?
We'll see.
When do you get the results?
He said he's going to post them next week. You know, I'd love to tell my father I did well.
Was he worrying about you?
Yeah. Well, we had a long talk around Christmas about med school and everything. You know, Jeff, I came awfully close to really messing things up this year.
You know, I know a few good med students that's happened to. I mean, their personal problems, they get to be too much. It's a fast track, Annie. You can't afford to let up.
I never would have caught up if it hadn't been for you.
Well, listen, I owe you one.
You don't owe me anything. Anyway, I'm very grateful to you.
Oh, and listen, by the way, I want to be the very first one to know those grades, all right?
Okay.
And anything over a B+, I owe you a cup of coffee.
I'm overwhelmed. Get back to work. I just wanted to tell you that.
Okay, you get some sleep, huh?
I'm going to sleep till spring.
Bye.
Bye.
I was just wondering if you and Don had even mentioned a possible wedding date.
Well, we want it to be soon. Oh, you know how it's been, Nancy. We haven't had a chance to plan for anything.
That's all changed now.
I know. It's so hard to believe. We're free. Don is free. It was like living with a ghost. Joyce was gone, and yet she was still so much a part of our lives.
Joyce was a very troubled woman. I think the most troubled person I've ever known.
Don's told me. He felt that she wasn't in control a lot of the time.
I'm convinced now that she was very sick. She was so destructive. If she hadn't died in that accident, I wonder what more might have happened. I've thought if she'd ever gotten custody of Teddy, he wouldn't be the happy child he is now.
He's very attached to her, though. Still.
I suppose she loved him in her way.
It's so strange. You know, Teddy was so excited when he got that present in the mail. He was absolutely convinced it came from Joyce.
Well, I can understand why you'd be so upset about that.
Oh, Nancy, I think I was just living with so much uncertainty for such a long time. It kind of got to me.
It'll be easier now.
Oh, I know. We are going to be one happy family. Oh, school's out.
Yep.
Who belongs to this ball? There she is. Here you go.
Hey, Teddy?
Yeah. Oh, there he is, Ted. Teddy. Hi, how you doing? How was your day? Look who's here.
Give me a nice warm hug.